So they expanded the field, right? So normally after the group stages, it goes straight to the round of 16. But this year there's an extra game in, so they expanded the field to 48. So when you're talking about those smaller countries, like Copa Verde, we're hosting them with the Tampa Bay Rowdies in Tampa. I think I could get this wrong numbers wise, but I thought I read something that they have less people in their country than the county of Hillsborough.
Oh, wow.
So when you're talking about countries like that getting the opportunity to jump in with this expanded field, that's really step one because everybody's talking about how far the U.S. can get, and there is an added game into that. But with that, there's less. The matchups out of that first group stage are going to be a little bit more user friendly if you're the United States. So that's really the biggest storyline so far. Is just keep an eye on how the tournament's shaping up that way. But then from there, I mean, like everybody's interested here. This is the golden generation of the United States soccer team. How far is this generation? How far can this group really go in this type of tournament? You have some biggest stars in the world. I mean, you had Norway at the Carolina hockey game last night, which I think is awesome to see. You have Messi playing at Jordan O'Hare Stadium, which is hilarious. So it's like, you're getting all these big international stars and getting a really good taste of American culture. So it's been fun evaluating that as well. But for me, I mean, clearly the most interesting storyline for all the listeners is how far can this USA team go and what are they actually going to be capable of once the ball kicks off?
All right, so I'm not crazy. The round of 32 is new.
New.
Okay, because I'm listening to Pat this morning. He's talking about, the round of 30, and I'm like, is this guy stupid? I'm like, it goes to the knockout round, 16. And then, so I had to open the app. I get to a red light. I'm like, he's right. There's a round of 32. And that's all part of adding more teams to the tournament. And like you said, Copa Verde, like a small country like that, I don't know, for some reason, I find that fascinating. Who are some of the best players in this tournament? And what team? I mean, we know about Ronaldo at Portugal. We know about Messi with Argentina, Christian Pulisic for the United States. Who are and Harry Kane from England? We're all familiar with. Outside of that, who are some of the biggest names in this tournament? What countries do they play for?
So arguably the best player in the world right now is this 18-year-old player, Yamil from Spain, and he's, I mean, worth the price of admission. And what he's going to do on this world stage is going to be interesting. So for him, keep an eye on him. He's 18 years old, and truly, I think people think he's the best player in the world right now. There's a lot of drama around Mbappe with France. His club history right now, and kind of the things that went on in the locker room. There's a lot of drama surrounding him. Does he step up? I mean, he's one of the greatest players in the world. Dembele from France. France is absolutely loaded with talent like that. So those are some of the different names to be aware of.
Real quick, Jeff, not to cut you off, but can you tell what is the drama with him in his club and in the locker room?
Yeah, apparently there was like a full-blown fist fight, and he's just been an absolute locker room cancer for his club teams ever since he got extremely popular. But I mean, who knows? Does it carry over with the World Cup, or does he decide, like I'm the man and I'm going to have to take this World Cup over, like he's done that before? So there's a little bit of drama surrounding that and the France team. But then again, I mean, you named the big names, man. So it's like, can Harry Kane carry this English team? A lot of people think England has a chance to win it. Christian Pulisic, I'm more interested to see how the surrounding pieces around Christian Pulisic pull this off. But for me, I mean, watch Spain. They play Cape Verde in the first game. I think it's on a Monday in Atlanta. They have the best player in the world going against a small 10-island country that's population is less than Hillsborough County. So I think that those are fun storylines, like you said, to keep an eye on as well.
Yeah, an 18-year-old playing for Spain. That's I heard there. Dan Patrick was talking about that yesterday. I heard there was an 18-year-old, but I didn't catch what team he was on. So 18 years old, making his World Cup debut. I can't even imagine what that's like playing for Spain.
Not just playing, man. He's going to be their best player.
He's the guy. So would you say he's one of the candidates for the Golden Boot in the tournament?
He's up there. I mean, I think that he does a little bit of everything. Like, it might not necessarily be his goal scoring that's going to be the thing that stands out. Granted, he is 18 years old, so I might lean on somebody that has a little more experience, like an Mbappe. But I mean, he's going to be in the running for the best player that you're going to watch on TV this summer for sure.
What are the reasonable expectations for Team USA? It feels like the vibe I'm getting, it's not one of the most dominant USA teams that we have ever seen. There were some pretty good years. The Landon Donovan years there that were decent, and they got to the knockout round in the round of 16. What are the expectations for Team USA?
I mean, so the bare minimum for this group would be to get out of the group. I mean, that's the bare minimum, especially in this new format. There's 8 different wild card teams from the third place team, so there's a lot of opportunity to get out of the group. That's the bare minimum. I'd like to see them. I think it's realistic to think that they're going to make the quarterfinals of this tournament. So for me, this is the most talented in terms of individual talent. This is the most talented group that the U.S. has ever put into a World Cup. They have a coach that's one of the most decorated coaches in all of English football. He's playing the World Cup with Argentina. He has a really big like winning now mindset mentality because he'll be out of the job, once this World Cup ends and on to different things. So realistically for me, I think the round of 16 is a sweet spot. And then once they get to that round of 16, they're going to have to beat a team that's like a top 10 team in the world, more of a powerhouse country. And if they're able to do that and get to the quarterfinals, that's huge. And then we're playing with house money and anything can happen. But bare minimum is to make it out of the group. And honestly, I think that we should be expecting to win this group and setting ourselves up for a better knockout stage opponent.
Talking to Jeff Attinella, former USF goaltender, Hall of Fame goaltender at USF, also part of the broadcast team with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So is the format? It used to be 2 teams get out of the group. Now there's a wild card and more than 2 teams can get out of the group.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty crazy. Like it's almost hard not to get out of the group if you're a decent team. So there's 8 different wild cards. So the top 2 teams go through, and then to get to the round of 32, there's going to be 8 different wild cards from those third place teams. And it's points, it's goal differential, and then I think it goes to goals for. So there's all those different tiebreakers in terms of which teams make it out of those, which 8 teams make it out of those third place teams. But there's a lot of opportunity to get out now in this new format.
All right, last one. I'll get you out on this one. We're hosting this World Cup here in the United States, also Mexico, also Canada. You get to go to one game and experience the World Cup environment. Which stadium do you want to go to, and which country?
Oh, I'm going to Azteca in Mexico City, no doubt.
Is that the one with like the mountains in the background?
Oh, it's beautiful. I actually played down there once, and it was during COVID, so there was literally no fans. So it was like us and the other team in this massive cathedral of a stadium that seats like close to 100K, and there was no fans in there. So that was like kind of trippy, but also really cool. But to see a Mexican game in that stadium in the World Cup, that would be for me the top of the list.
Was that where Mexico played yesterday when they won 2-0?
That was the opener. Yep, that was the opener, and it was just, it's just
it looked
a gorgeous,
awesome.
Gorgeous place. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looked really cool. I love all the videos of all the Europeans realizing how hot it is here and trying all of the food from America because the food over there isn't as good as it is here. That is Jeff Attinella.
The Europeans' experience in America has been just the funnest thing to follow on the internet.
It really has been entertaining.
If you're not doing that already, hop on because it's awesome.
No, it really has been. I saw a guy from Europe who was trying like biscuits and gravy for the first time. He's like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world!" And now you can see why we're all a little bit bigger over here than they are in Europe because our food is just so good. But that is Jeff.
It's really funny.
Jeff Attinella, former USF goaltender, Hall of Fame USF goaltender, part of the Rowdies broadcast. He's going to join us every Tuesday and Thursday on the show at this time. Jeff, we appreciate you, and we look forward to hearing your show on DAE on Sunday, 9 a.m., talking World Cup.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it. And just because, hey, if you don't know who's playing last night, the best game was Korea versus Chechnya. So if you're not paying attention, if you don't know who's playing, that's okay too, because the games are just really passionate. So don't be afraid to tune in when you have no idea what's going on.
I call them Czechia, and I was watching last night.
There you go. You might be right. They just changed their country's name, so we're still trying to get that. Get that dialed in.
Appreciate your time today, Jeff, and again, look forward to hearing the show on Sunday. We'll talk to you next Tuesday at this time. All right.
All right, sounds good, Nick. Enjoy the game tonight.
Enjoy the game. It's going to be great. USA.